the royal wedding. An occasion full of pageantry, celebration and happiness. BBC1 will provide an unrivaled view along the processional route, intimate human glimpses and superb coverage of the ceremony in the splendour of Westminster Abbey. Wedding on BBC1.
An invitation now on one to join another couple making a big impression. In fact, lots of them. Les and Dustin in this week's Laughter Show.
Now this time, sir, one long hard blow. Little harder, sir. Yeah. There, that'll do nicely.
Didn't you hear me shout four? What? Didn't you hear me shout four?
It's the balls that made me deaf.
Well, here we are, Hank. Just you and me up in space for 16 months. Just the two of us. Send me the next patient, please, Mary.
Yes, Doctor. This way, please.
Mr. Richard, how are the new contact lenses I fitted last week?
Thank you, good evening and welcome to the Laughter Show.
Yes, indeed. Hello. Les, do you know what I like best about working at the BBC?
The money.
No, money doesn't enter into it, as I found out when I opened my pay packet last week. What I like best about the BBC is it's so classy. I mean, even the graffiti's spelt properly. So I understand it's all very different in America, the home of graffiti.
Here in New York, the writing's on the wall, which is making this once magnificent city look like a giant aerosol. Like so many dancers from the Folie Bergère, they have their can-cans constantly at the ready. Last week on a wall, somebody had written, "Go home, pommy basket." So I wrote underneath, "Listen here, my name is Wicker." And then somebody else wrote, "All right, go home, wicker basket." Next week, Athens. Andalusia. Meanwhile, Paris and Clouseau.
Hello, Inspector Clouseau, at your service. I still remember the writing on the wallpaper. I was going to lunch, and I had this hunch about the crunch, and I tripped over a bump by the dump near the pump. I gave myself a nasty lump on the rump. And I looked up on the wall, and some person had written, "Clouseau is a brick." I think that's what it said. I immediately worked out that the culprit was a funny little fat fellow from Liverpool who thinks he's pretty sharp.
Ho! Ho, yes! Welcome to Live from Her Majesty's. Ho! Hey! I promised the wife a microwave. Yeah, love. Hey, I was on Des O'Connor's show the other night. Hey, it's lovely to be on a show without music. Yes. Laugh. I thought he'd never stop. Yes, I thought he was going to do himself an injury. Unfortunately, he didn't. Hey, and I was on with Bernard Manning. You know, a lot of people say to me, how'd you follow an act like Bernard Manning? And I usually say, with a bucket and spade.
Yeah, Misty here. Now, to you and me, that means 3, 2, 1. But to the hard of hearing, it probably means something quite different. Something like, meet me round the corner at the back of the jam factory at 9:30, and I'll have my way with you. Which reminds me, was it Ethel Barrymore or Michael Barrymore who said...
All right. Now then, what do you do when you create graffiti? You white.
White.
And you white in white.
White.
Unless the wall's white, and then you write him off white. White. White in it.
White in the back.
White.
White.
White. Get dressed with something flashy, trick the light, fantastic, and we're on our way. Too much work makes Jack such a sad boy. Now we're stepping out to play. Me and my girl, nightclubbing. Me and my girl, out on the town. Ooh, me and my girl, nightclubbing. Me and my girl, putting it about. Ooh. Me and my girl, putting it about. Ooh. Yeah.
What'd you fancy?
Oh, just give us a pint, will you?
Oh. What's up then, love?
Well, the house got burgled 3 times last night. Cassie's run off with one of her teachers, and I think Kelvin's joined the Moonies.
What?
I caught him sticking his bottom out of a car window.
Oh, nothing unusual then.
No. How's it with you?
Come upstairs and I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, no, I'll stick with that if you don't mind.
Good idea. Well, it seems Dan's up to treble figures with the women in his life. I'm up to treble figures with the men in mine. Pauline Fowler's laundrette burnt down last night, and Lofty's driven his motorcycle under a juggernaut.
So, nothing unusual.
Hello, Pete, love. What you fancy?
Just a lager, thanks, Ange.
Oh.
You look pretty down. What's up?
Don't ask.
So I said to Kelvin...
No, I don't mean don't ask. I mean do ask, because I want to talk about it.
Do you want to come upstairs, love?
No, thanks, Ange. I'll stay with me drink.
Good idea. Think I'll join you.
What's the matter, then?
No, that's not Den, love. That's Pete.
No. What's the matter, then?
Well, the gas main went up underneath the market stall and really scared Gwen. Me brother's youngest, he's on drugs. And someone's put the frighteners on my calf and is threatening to tell all unless she bangs him 20 sops a week.
Oh, that's terrible. You sure you don't want to come upstairs?
No, thanks, Ange.
What about you, Tone?
No thanks, Angie.
Oh, suit yourselves. Have another drink.
Yeah.
Still, things could be worse. I mean, you could be pregnant.
What?
Everyone else is. So, what else is new?
Well, the health inspector closed down the cafe. Him at number 39's been made redundant, and Saeed's living with 3 of his birds.
Yeah, Dr. Legg got caught wearing one of Dot's dresses. Ali lost his life savings on an horse. And Nick Cotton's been found up an alley in a coma.
Gives another Ange.
All right, come on through, Pete.
No, I'm here to drink.
Good idea.
I'll tell you, this Albert Square's a terrible place. Not a day goes by without a murder, fire, unwanted pregnancy, drug dealing.
Wipe, robbery, redundancy, and the sort of threats what my calf receives.
Then there are the gangs, suicides, alcoholism. I tell you, I'm moving out.
Why's that, love?
Nothing ever happens round here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I met a wee fellow outside the studio with 2 suitcases under his arms. I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm leaving home." I said, "You're only 5 or 6 years of age. What are you leaving home for?" He said, "My mother's just had a little baby girl." I said, "That's nice." He said, "But my daddy's been away at sea for 3 years." He said, "I get the blame for everything in that house." I had a terrible childhood. I was breastfed by my father. I was cesarean birth. It's never affected me. Except every time I get out of the car, I go through the sunroof. I was useless at school. I used to copy from the fella in front of me. It was 3 years before I realized I was sitting in front of a mirror. I was always late. The teacher said, "What kept you this morning, Walker?" I said, "It's slippy out there, miss. Every time I took a step forward to come to school, I slipped 2 back." "How did you get here?" I said, "I turned to go home." I sympathize today with the children. The questions they ask you at school. Questions like, if you've got £97.25 in one pocket and £132.47 in another pocket, what have you got? I said, "Somebody else's trousers on." A lot of people say, "How do you start being a comedian?" School's the place. If you're thick, why not deprive the other children of their education? Make the girls laugh. Milk break, that's the time. Make the milk come down the girls' noses. I made a girl pass a jam sandwich down her nose once. Sister Teresa thought it was a miracle. After school, that's the time for comedians. The things we used to do. We used to run into the undertakers and lie down on the counter and shout, "Shut!" If he caught you, he used to say, "Have you any empty boxes?" My wee brother did a trick when he was young. When he finished on his potty, he used to throw it up in the air and catch it on his head. He called it the Jerry hat trick. Young people today don't even know what a Jerry is. The thing that went under the bed. You never knew it was full till your thumb got warm. You couldn't put it back under the bed because the steam rusted the springs. I went to a rock concert a couple of weeks ago. When I was a young man going to dances, as you walked in and out of the dance, they used to put a rubber stamp on the back of your wrist to prove you'd been in and out. I went to this rock concert. They stapled the ticket to my thumb. I wouldn't say they were on drugs, but you needed a prescription to get in. They've got funny names nowadays, the pop groups. My favorite group was called Earth, Wind and Fire. I used to think, what a fantastic name for an Indian restaurant.
Right, ready?
Yeah, ready.
Lights on.
Off, I think.
Right.
Go, get, what? Ow, ow, what are you doing? Ow, watch it, get out of it. What, ow.
Here. Well, Pete,
one.
I think we'll both have the cucumber a la Grec.
No, Vera, I'm really fed up with my flat. I fancy giving it a bit of a facelift.
Our Jack's just done our bedroom out.
Oh, really?
Mirrors all over the ceiling,
Whatever for?
so he can watch me having headache.
You know, a lot of people ask me how I got into this business. Well, I suppose it all started when I was at school. You see, my mum used to work at the local newsagents, so I'd get first crack at all the jokes in the Beano. I can still remember them now, jokes like, which famous Scotsman fought the Mohicans? Hawkeye the New. Or, waiter, there's a fly in me soup. Well, don't worry, sir, the spider on the bread roll will get it. Or, doctor, I keep waking up laughing at something. It's your own fault, you should wear pyjamas. I was sat at home the other day thinking to myself, I wonder what happened to all those jokes. And then I saw 3, 2, 1. And I've always been unlucky with girls. I remember once a belly dancer told me that I made a stomach turn. But I think my family had a lot to do with this. You see, nothing that happened to me in life could worry me because they'd prepared me for it. They taught me to swim. The hardest part was getting out the sack. And they hated buying me presents. They used to tell me that Christmas had been cancelled so it wouldn't clash with the holidays. That's not really true, actually. They did buy me the odd present. We used to have an outside toilet, so they bought me an outside potty. And one Christmas, my dad bought me an empty box and told me it was an Action Man deserter. Funny, my dad, he always insisted that I kept my pocket money in a safe place. I was 14 before I realised it was the gas meter. 14, that's when my dad told me about the birds and bees. I went out, got stung by a wasp and thought I was pregnant. But there's one person in my family that I've always looked up to, and that's my granddad. He's 98 and he's still chasing women. When I told Dustin, he said, well, that reminds me of my dog. He chases cars, but he can't drive. He's great. He went to the doctors. He said, Doctor, I want you to lower my virility. The doctor said, you're 98. It's all in your mind. He said, I know. I want you to lower it.
rages, and the entire continent of Europe is in turmoil. The plague rages. Attila the Nun is laying waste to Mother Superiors on all sides. Hannibal has crossed the Alps with an elephant and got a mountain that never forgets. And Caxton has just been taken over by Robert Maxwell. Unaware of all this, our heroes have just popped into Ronald of McDonald's banqueting takeaway.
Deer burger, 400 groats.
400 groats? Oh, that's expensive.
Well, it's deer, isn't it? What else you got? Heidelberger, suckling pig burger, large mead, medium mead.
Hi, I'm Galway. Can I help you guys?
Yes, what do you want? Quarter pounder?
Yeah, and I'll have some chips.
Chips. Right, 1 deer burger, 1 quarter pounder with chips, and a portion of venison nuggets.
Lovely. Is that to be gorged here or taken hence?
Taken hence.
That's 580 groats, please. Have his style got anything smaller?
Only him.
I do beseech thee, I'm in sore need of 1 deer burger. Hold the antlers. 1 succulent quarter pounder and a portion of sundry chickens. Oh, and 1 portion of venison nuggets. The whole thing to be taken hence.
Oh, and some Coke.
Oh, right. And it's a nice day.
Oh, wouldn't thou knowest, the old William.
Pull over.
No, chain mail.
All right, so you're a bit of a jester, are we? Where's the fire?
In the grate.
Fire, get it?
Oh, yes. Very satirical. Do you realise what speed you were doing?
60, 70?
60, 70? You were doing 100 yards an hour. I see your parchment.
I'm afraid it's expired. I've sent it on to Swansea.
I see. Is this your donkey?
No, I hired it.
There's a little screw under the saddle.
Hired. Hurts?
Only over cobbles.
Been on the mead, have we?
No, only had a couple of Cokes.
I see. Well, I shall have to ask you...
Not me, it's the donkey.
Yes, that's what they all say. I shall have to ask you to blow into this. I see. I shall have to ask you to accompany me to the station.
Very well.
Who are you?
Well, that was a close thing.
Yeah, clever of you to buy 2 tickets for the policeman's ball. And it's not a dance, it's a raffle.
There's only one thing for it. We'll have to go to the Crusades.
Well, you're going to need a visa.
I've got one, mate.
You Bert, that's a visor.
And why are you here?
Well, we have to find the key to a chastity belt.
And which one of you is wearing it?
No. This woman has asked us to find the key to her chastity belt because her husband's run off with it.
Another one. Much more is this. I shall have to open up as a locksmith. Open up as a locksmith? Yeah, please yourselves. Now, down to the...
Well, we're going abroad, so we need the jabs and things.
Right. Medical. Now, pulse. Oh. And reflexes. Oh. Cough. The jabs. Stand over here, please. Yes. Who is this knight you are seeking?
Circuit breaker.
Circuit breaker?
circuit breaker.
Circuit breaker? Have you not heard?
I think everybody's heard by now.
It was my lover, but he was caught by the brigands.
He will never joust again.
Unless he rides side saddle.
Where is he?
Go and see this man.
I can't read that.
But take it to my chemist. He's the only one who can read my writing.
You will find him up the lazy river by the old mill run. Up the lazy river in the noonday sun.
Linger for a while in the shade of a tree.
Dream away your troubles, baby. Dream with me.
Who is the chemist by the old mill stream? Will Sir Kit always have to ride side saddle? Who was the girl who danced with the prince? Is there a screw under the donkey's saddle? Find out in the next groping installment of Quest for the Key, a silly spelling production.
Hidden deep in the valley, among the pine trees half forlorn, there lived a fella called Albert.
What talks out the side of his mouth like that?
What talks out the side of his mouth like that? One day he met Mary Patchett and knew right from the start when he saw her talking out the other side of her mouth.
Hello, Albert. Hello, Mary.
It fair touched him here in the heart. Boom, boom, boom. All the wedding bells were ringing. Boom. They were married in the spring. Boom. She looked lovely all in white. Boom. Albert looked white and all in. Boom. But the honeymoon hotel had a power cut that night. Boom. So the bellboy brought a candle.
Can use it as a shandle. Here.
Thank you very much, good night. In the bridal suite, slap and tickle, tickle and slap, slap and tickle. Then Mary said, blow out that candle. And Albert went, just like that. Albert said, I can't blow this candle out. You'll have to do it yourself. She went, and we went, and they blew all the dust off the shelf. Mary sent for the landlord, who came upstairs with a trip. But he'd been in a fight the night before, and the landlord had got a split lip. When he saw their dilemma, pass the candle here, he said, as he tried to blow it out, but he blew the toupee off his head. Still the flame was burning brightly, so they sent for his son Keith. Up came the lad, his eyes were bad,
Nose is broken,
and he had great big ears and goofy teeth. So they all blew together, but the candle stayed alight. Think of something, we'll be blowing here all night. So he summoned up the teacher. He said, I'll show you what to do, what to do. He walked over to the candle, he went. That's what education does for you.
She's going in much too fast, Houston.
She's overheating, Houston.
Look out, she's gonna burn up.
That's the end of it, Houston.
Sorry, Houston. We just can't get the microwave oven working. Hello, Vic. How's it going, all right?
Lieutenant Mike Baldwin, man whose genes have done more for bums than the Salvation Army.
Listen, Bet, you shouldn't laugh. I'll have you know I've got something in jeans that's gonna knock you out.
Boasting again, cock.
So how's business down at the Rovers?
Not good, Mike.
No?
I'm thinking of turning it into a brothel.
Don't be stupid, Bet. If you can't sell beer, you'll never sell broth.
Hey, steady on.
Help a poor blind man, please, sir.
Oh, thanks, Oscar.
And now, Scargill and Hatton.
All right, Sir Arthur. Nice to see you at the piano. Makes a change from on the fiddle. Boom, boom, or as we say, all out.
Very droll, Derek, very droll. Tell you what, did you hear about the Liverpool councillor who had an idea?
No.
Neither did I. Here, shall we do the song?
Do you want a ballad on it?
Are you kidding?
Oh, Mr. Scargill.
Yes, Mr. Hatton.
Is that really shredded wheat upon your head? We all know there's something there, but it doesn't look like hair. Could it be a miner's ferret that's dropped dead?
Oh, Mr. Hatton.
Yes, Mr. Scargill.
In Liverpool, you may be quite a wag, but I don't give a toss, 'cause in Yorkshire, I'm the boss.
You're King Arthur, Mr. Scargill.
Don't you forget it, Mr. H.
I say.
What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?
What's the difference between Liverpool City Council and German measles?
I don't know. What is the difference between Liverpool City Council and German measles?
You can get rid of German measles.
What's the difference between a MacDonald and a McGregor?
I don't know. What is the difference between a MacDonald and a McGregor?
A McDonald's a hamburger and a McGregor's a miserable burger.
Here, Arthur, what do you do about the rates in Barnsley?
Put traps down for them. Tell you what, what's the difference between your mouth and the Mersey Tunnel?
I don't know. What is the difference between my mouth and the Mersey Tunnel?
They close the Mersey Tunnel occasionally.
Oh, Mr. Scargill.
Yes, Mr. Hatton.
Together we'll bring Britain to its knees. With a little lockout here.
And a little walk out there.
We'll be free to do exactly as we please.
Oh, Mr. Hatton.
Yes, Mr. Scargill.
What will you do when the revolution comes?
I shall fight with might and main.
I'll be getting on a plane.
Celebrating, Mr. Scargill.
Emigrating, Mr. H. The working class pay for this mess from Mr. H and Mr. S.
That's all we got time for this week.
Yes, indeed. But before we go, here's a message for a man who's been seen wandering the streets of London late at night, wearing nothing but the briefest of ladies' underwear.
Hand yourself over to the police, sir. They've heard you've got nothing to hide.
We'd like to say goodnight to each and every one of you.
Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night.